Defending cases involving the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances (NDPS) Act requires a comprehensive understanding of drug laws, evidence, and legal procedures. If you are facing an NDPS case, it's essential to consult with an experienced criminal defense attorney who can develop a strategy tailored to your specific circumstances. Here are some potential defense strategies that could be considered. 1. Illegal search and seizure. Challenge the legality of the search and seizure that led to the discovery of the drugs. If law enforcement violated your Fourth Amendment rights, the evidence obtained may be inadmissible in court. 2. Lack of knowledge or possession. Are you that you were unaware of the presence of the drugs or that you did not have possession or control over them? Establishing lack of knowledge or control can be a strong defense. 3. Chain of custody issues. Question the proper handling and custody of the seized drugs. If there are gaps in the chain of custody that could have compromised the integrity of the evidence, it may be challenged in court. 4. Entrapment. If you were induced or coerced by law enforcement to commit a drug-related offense that you wouldn't have committed otherwise, you might argue entrapment. 5. Violation of Miranda rights. If you were not properly informed of your Miranda rights during arrest and questioning, any statements you made may be inadmissible as evidence. 6. Constructive possession. Challenge the prosecution's ability to prove that you had actual possession or control over the drugs, particularly if they were found in a location shared with others. 7. Entrapment. If you can demonstrate that law enforcement induced or coerced you into committing a drug-related offense that you would not have otherwise committed, you may have an entrapment defense. 8. Illegal stop or arrest. If the initial stop or arrest was conducted without probable cause or violated your rights, you may challenge the legality of the stop or arrest. 9. Credibility of informants. Challenge the credibility of confidential informants or witnesses who provided information leading to your arrest, highlighting potential biases, motives, or inconsistencies. 10. Witness credibility. Challenge the credibility of witnesses, informants, or law enforcement officers involved in the case by revealing inconsistencies, biases, or ulterior motives. 11. Lab analysis. Demand thorough lab analysis to ensure that the substance seized was indeed an illegal drug and that the quantity matches the charges. Mistakes in lab analysis can weaken the prosecution's case. 12. Forensic evidence. Analyze the accuracy and reliability of forensic evidence, such as drug testing results, to determine whether there are any flaws or errors that could cast doubt on the prosecution's case. 13. Medical necessity. If you possess controlled substances for medicinal purposes and have a valid prescription, you may have a medical necessity defense. 14. Duress or coercion. If you were forced or coerced into possessing or distributing drugs against your will, you might argue that your actions were due to threats or pressure. 15. Violation of rights during interrogation. If your rights were violated during the interrogation process, any statements you made may be inadmissible in court. 16. Constitutional violations. Explore whether any constitutional rights, such as your right to due process or equal protection, were violated during the investigation or proceedings. 17. Unlawful stop or arrest. If your initial stop or arrest was unlawful, any evidence obtained as a result may be suppressed, weakening the prosecution's case. 18. Insufficient evidence. If the prosecution's evidence is weak or circumstantial, your attorney can highlight the lack of concrete proof linking you to the alleged drug-related activity. 19. Supervision and control of evidence. If you were not in exclusive possession of the area where the drugs were found, argue that you did not have control over the substance and cannot be held criminally liable. 20. Plea bargaining. Negotiate with the prosecution for a reduced charge or sentence in exchange for a guilty plea, especially if the evidence against you is strong. 21. Search warrant defects. Examine the validity of the search warrant used to obtain evidence, and challenge any defects or inaccuracies in the warrant application. 22. Alternative explanations. Present alternative explanations for your actions or the presence of drugs, such as a misunderstanding, innocent possession, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. 23. Negotiating lesser charges. Depending on the strength of the evidence, negotiate with the prosecution for a reduced charge or plea agreement. Remember, NDPS cases are complex, and the defense strategy should be tailored to the specific details of your case. An experienced attorney will be able to assess the evidence, analyze the legal issues, and guide you in building a strong defense.